Redditors with ADHD. What do you do that you thought was normal but found out it wasn't? Executive dysfunction. I didn't realize other people could just force themselves to do something and not just lay there thinking about how much they needed to do it. Maladaptive daydreaming. Aggressive short-term multitasking. Stimming. Bouncing leg. Playing with ring. Rubbing fingers. Anything self-stimulating. Changing topics mid-conversion. We can be talking about the weather and I'll be like, pie is good. I had pie in my dream. Doing 12 things at the same time and not getting anything done. I don't do it so much anymore, but anticipating what a person is saying, getting ready to say before they say it so I have a response ready. I never really taught about what was normal. But I can now tell I clearly wasn't normal. When I was 7 through approximately 10, I had too big expectations for myself. And in no small way. For every single mistake I made, I smashed my head as hard as I could on the desk multiple times. And I mean every little mistake. Pretty much if I had to use the eraser, I would hit my head on the desk. And with me having ADD, I made small mistakes everywhere. Approximately 5 to 10 head-hitting combos every school hour. No matter the subject. And I don't know why, because I had no one pressuring me to do good. Nor am I a perfectionist. I just was without reason way too harsh on myself. Sorry for the vent. People don't normally spend a solid week to 2 weeks doing hours and hours and hours of research into a hobby, interest, then possibility spend a load of money on that hobby, interest to just move on 3 weeks, 2 months later. Scroom. Scrolling on Reddit at 3:54 a.m. with 36% battery, knowing DANM well we have a math test tomorrow, but no, we can't be functioning members of society. Oh, and overthinking everything. Having someone talk directly at you and somehow have no idea what they just said. These are all from my childhood pre-diagnosis. Bringing glasses of water to my bedroom until there were a dozen. Bringing a book to check the mailbox so I'd have something to do in the elevator ride. I'm 37. There were no cell phones in my childhood. Never lifting the toilet seat to pee. Extra minor steps feel exhausting and daunting for some of us. Going from 0 to 100 in temper and responding to a minor jab with, "I'm glad your mother died of cancer," and things of the sort. It isolated me permanently throughout my childhood. Spending all my money within a day of getting my allowance. Saving money is inconceivable to me. How do you have money and not spend it? How do you know your life could be awesome right now and put that on hold? Made no sense. Losing or never returning my library books and movie rentals. The fines were monstrous. Happened multiple times. Losing my locker padlock key so many times and having the janitor break off the padlock so many times that I just gave up and left my locker open. It made no sense to lock the damn thing. All I had there was my one single high school notebook, which I never used anyway. Bumping my shoulder into every corner I walk through in my house door or hallway. This one is weird, and I just recently found out it correlates with ADHD. Leaving the oven or stove on. I've done this so many times and even left the house. So I don't cook anything anymore that takes more than 1 minute. Lots of smoke alarms. Lots of ruined meals. Lots of danger. There were many things like this in my childhood. As an adult, the problems changed. I can't just go to sleep when I want to like some people can. For instance, overstimulating myself on purpose to make my brain shut up. Finding out that most people don't have intense obsessions that last days, weeks, months, years in quite the same way. Pretty much everything. How I talk to people. How I learn things. How I get things done. None of it is normal. I've accepted my brain is wired and formed differently than your stock human. I've come to terms with it. But the rest of society has an issue. As a child, I thought it was impossible to do anything 100% as intended. That it just somehow never happens, and that's the way of life. For example, if I had to cut paper or coloring or practically anything of that sort or similar. I don't know how I thought other people did it. Maybe I just didn't believe they did or something. Also the executive dysfunction thing. Later I have wondered how those people who berate me for not just doing, yet aren't doing that much better than me. Like if they really can just do anything when they want and how they want. Why aren't they conquering the world? I'm really trying hard to think of something, but I literally cannot in the moment. It's so annoying. Chewing on headphone wires. Undiagnosed me reading this thread. I mouth I. Looking away while listening to someone. Apparently it's a really common thing that I just picked up on recently, but not having more laid back activities. Be quiet. I always have music on when I'm by myself. Not sure if it counts, but I also find myself looking away from people I'm talking with, so I have one of my ears more aligned with them. Somehow. It helps me hear them better.